What is going on, people of the content casting? Today we are in Easington Colliery, and specifically Seaside Lane. Now the reason I'm making the video on Seaside Lane, I did a video in Dawdon and a few people said come to Easington, so I thought I'd come down and check it out. I'm not actually going to go into too many estates on this video. I want to just stick to this actual Seaside Lane and see exactly what's about, and of course we're going to check a few back lanes out, see how clean the area is, see what the area's like, see what the actual general vibe is of the place, speak to some people who've got the boots on the ground and who actually live here. So I hope you enjoy this one. So where I'm standing outside of now is the Co-op, Easington Colliery's Co-op, and this is on Seaside Lane. And this street goes all the way down, all downhill. So I'm not walking uphill. Well, I will be to finish the video. But let's have a look around. I'll have a mooch up here. I'm sure it was run this way. So I'm going off plan to start the video here because I just want to check out if this is a back lane here. Because I know that I've seen some horrendous spots run there, I cannot lie. And we're going to have a little look. So, see what's run there. Nah, just a normal back lane. I'm going to have a bit mill around these little bits of the estates. Like I say, I'm not going to go too far off into the middle of Easington, but I'm going to have a look at a few of these kind of off Seaside Lane. But let's get back onto the main street. Pizza Mania. 16-inch pizza, $11.50. Yeah, that's a deal, that. This shop's boarded up straight away. What we got here? I might be better off on the other side of the road, to be fair. That looks like a naughty barber's, doesn't it? King's. It's nice, that. An accountant's. Chop suey house. Cake and bake. Wake and bake. On the other side of the road, you've got some kind of church, but I don't know what that one's called. I'll find out for you in a minute. Not many people about, like. So I actually used to have a little Facebook business where I would do like advertising on Facebook for different shops and businesses, and I used to promote a load of Seaside Travels deals. There's a random one. Looks like a bit of a hell hole. Ring doorbell, someone's watching us. Another boarded up shop. And where I've come from, so just so you know for reference, I've come from up there. And again, I always say to people, just for reference, like the time of day and stuff that I'm doing these videos. So just to let you know, it is 4 p.m. Well, about 3:45. So whatever I see is what I see and what I'm showing you. So if it's quiet, it's really quiet at 4 p.m. Do you know what I mean? Just so people know. Some people are curious about that. I know if I'm watching someone, I want to know what time of day to see if I can get a real understanding of what it's like at that particular time. We've got pet salon. More boarded down shops, boarded up shops, closed down, boarded down. How hard. It's a shame, like. See a load of shops. Even when I look right down there on my left and see all the shutters down, 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 down. It's such a shame. I mean, this place looks like they're trying to have a go at it though. Burger 8. Actually looks nice. I'll give you a little peek. It's quite nice and looks newish in there. Let us know if you've been in there and let us know what the bait's like. But I've got to show you this place. Couldn't help but see this Billy Elliot mural on the wall. Is he from here? But this is the bit I wanted to show you. Avon Street. Now I know for a fact I'm going to get some comments, but this looks like an absolute dive. I cannot lie. I mean, there's only so far I can get up there, but because it's like, it looks like, in fact, I'll tell you what, we'll have a walk up there. We'll have a walk up. It's normally odd because you know that obviously people live in houses that are boarded up and stuff, or squatters or whatever, so you never want to be disrespectful, but you also can't help but have a look, can you? You know what I mean? Look at that in there. Wonder what's gone on there, lads. I'll get back down. I'll get back down, eh? Gonna have a little meander back up onto the high street. I never know what to say about like houses like that, because obviously it feels disrespectful, so then you think, well, you shouldn't film it, but at the same time, I'm just showing you what I see, do you know what I mean? But it's a shame when you see places like that, boarded up houses and that. There's obviously a story behind it all. In fact, I'll use this time to cross the road while it's dead and just show you how the road here. Absolute ghost town like. So what we've got a unisex hair salon, but then right next door, closed down. Oopsie Downtown Play Cafe, closed down or not open. Ultra Foods, closed down. Shop in between that, closed down. The next one, closed. Two along, closed. Now, this is a weekday. This is 4 o'clock. I didn't get it. Is that normal for everything to be closed at this time of day? Or is that an Easington thing? Who knows? Seaside Lane. Not a fan of you, cannot lie. I want to say good things, but I'm struggling right now. So I think the only thing I can do is speak to people now. I think I've got to speak to people who live in the area, because I can guarantee that the people are lovely. It's the northeast, isn't it? Best people in the world up here. And just another look at this absolute dying high street. So obviously I'm not going to have the owner on camera, but you're not from Easington, are you?
No,
where are you from?
I'm from northwest London, Halsden.
What brings you to Easington?
Well, I'm not allowed in Halsden. I'm not allowed in my area of Halsden.
What's the reason that you cannot?
Gang violence.
Right, okay.
So there's a special team, and they put you on mapper levels, and once you're a mapper, there's certain restrictions. I'm not allowed to have 2 phones due to obviously my county line operations. I'm not allowed to associate with certain people, mainly my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So
was it one incident in particular happened that got you in that?
A couple of years of violence.
Right, okay.
A few years of violence.
Right, and was there any kind of, was it like a big, were people, you know, did it result in bad?
Shootings.
Was it shoot? Oh, right, okay.
Shooting, stabbings, all of that.
So were you actually active in that type of lifestyle?
Yeah.
It's mad, that, isn't it? So how would you say it compares up here? Like, obviously, I've never met anyone from London up here. Normally, you don't find a lot of people from London who move to the North East in general. Well, what I've found, how do you think it compares, like down there, even from a violence point of view, to up in somewhere like Easington?
Over here, I think with the difference is with me, I'm not going to go for someone's mum. I could see someone I don't like, if he's walking with his mum, I ain't going to touch him. I'm going to wait until... I've got friends that do that. They don't care who you're with. But, like, with me, it's more or less straight. Once I catch you, we're getting it cracking. More time I've got something on me that will put you down. And
do you feel like you don't have to carry weapons up here?
I don't need to. When I came out of jail, I moved up here, and one person tested the waters, and he can't come back around here no more.
That's what jail did you go to?
All over. I started in Norwich. I went Brixton, and then I went High Down, and then I got released from ISIS. I've also been to Belmarsh and Pentonville.
Well, shout out to that gentleman. That was a good little scoop. So he's not allowed in London, or he shouldn't be in London, obviously for violence. You heard what he said. He didn't want to be on camera for obvious reasons, but never thought I'd find that in Easington. Anyway, let's keep mooching. This bit here is known as Anthony Street. Now, you can't get out at the top, so what I'm not going to do is walk up there, because people might spot us filming. They might think, what you're doing filming these houses, you know what I mean? But, I don't know if you can see, boarded up galore. Anthony Street, boarded up back door. I feel like even when you look at these places, they're just left. Now it's gone on, people are just slinging litter in and bits of shite. Definitely feels like a bit of a ghost town, a weird place. If you're from Easington, hopefully this is not a representation of Easington in general, it's just the high street. But I'm going to see if I can speak to any more people, but let us know what your thoughts are if you're from Easington or the surrounding areas. Even if it's Seaham, Merton, Dawdon, Parkside, how does Easington compare to those areas? Obviously, it's a colliery area, isn't it? So I kind of had an understanding of what I thought the place would be like before I got here. But I didn't think everything would be pretty much boarded up and shut down, like, to be fair. And what we got here, the Easington Social Welfare Centre. Knit and Natter, Friday 12:30 till 2:30. Pop in for a coffee and a chat, that's nice, like, isn't it? So I think I'm going to wrap the video up here because I'm absolutely Hank Marvin. So, Easington or Seaside Lane, what do I think of it? Easington Colliery. I think a bit of a hellhole, if I'm honest with you. Obviously shops boarded up, a lot of things are closed down, looks like a bit of a ghost town. Now it's really gone on, a bit sleepy. Really interesting conversation with that bloke, but he was the only person who was willing to come on camera. There was a couple of other people who I tried to approach and they were basically didn't want to be on camera. They were willing to talk, but they didn't want to be on camera, that's fine. Again, it's another kind of general consensus, like a general vibe which I felt about the place. I don't know if it's a bit weird when you're in like a colliery area and I don't know, it just feels a bit old-fashioned. I guess that's probably the nature of this area. But like I say, that guy, obviously, shout to him for coming on camera. Well, not coming on camera, but actually speaking. Interesting story, that, though. Definitely interesting story. He might be a good guest for the podcast if he's done multiple prisons, and I bet you he's got some experience. But even, I know I didn't go into the estates and stuff, because again, that's for other videos when I actually deep dive an estate, or someone will say, Ads, you've got to check this estate out, got to check that estate out. Fair enough, but I did peel off. The back lanes were a bit shite, but not really major, not really report there. But obviously the housing stuff immediately surrounding Seaside Lane were just weren't the one, like, and I mean that with all respect. They were just depressing, boarded up, just a bit of a slum. And again, if you live here or you know someone who lives here, I'm not trying to offend you in that way. Again, I can only show you what I can see. It's about 5 o'clock now, but this video is probably a little bit shorter than the usual videos. But again, there's not really much to report, and I did want to just go from the top to the bottom, and that's what I did. Try to cover what I could, but there was not really open. There was no one really around to speak to. Like I say, it was very sleepy, pretty much a ghost town. But let us know where you want us to go next, and sound.